come in here?
I'm not shy at all, unfortunately.
So, talk to Jared a little about the weather. How have you liked the weather this week? Has it been great to practice in outside?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. I'm on a couple of national committees with a lot of people from the Northeast, and they're all jealous of us because it's snowing everywhere and they're not practicing outside, and we're practicing outside in 80-degree weather, and
Green
it's beautiful.
grass. And,
Yeah,
I was telling Jared, it reminded me a lot of the time I spent in Florida doing my internship and then taking the baseball team down there when I was in Illinois. Just the 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees, the cool wind. It was beautiful yesterday out there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And just to have that this early in the season is very helpful to our teams, probably, I would say. But even though it was a bit chilly and it was a regional game, I'm going to combine all this into one. National poll came out last week. ETBU's fifth. How does it help playing regional games, and what do you know a little bit about that national poll? Because it's all preseason, all off last year. How does that help playing a regional game against specific into the national poll and that sort of thing in the long run?
Well, the national poll is just an opinion poll. It doesn't really, get you anywhere necessarily. It's an opinion poll, or the coaches just think that those teams are going to be good. In the preseason, obviously they're trying to dictate what they expect you to be. And so, it is definitely an honor for them to think that we, with the people that we lost and the people that we added, that we're capable of being, in one of the top 10 teams in the country. So that's definitely an honor for sure. But for us, our conference is very strong. Last year we had a couple of really good teams in it. And in order to get past, just the conference, you get that AQ by winning it, but you have to set yourself up for opportunities to get the at-large bid. And anytime you can play in-region games, it helps your strength of schedule. It helps a lot of things. And so, we definitely set our schedule up around that this year, and we're fortunate enough to have Pacific want to come down and play us, and UT Tyler and UT Dallas and some schools like that. And so we were fortunate to be able to get those games, and excited to see where we stack up next to, their conference, which is a very strong conference as well. So, it was a good game for us.
Yeah, each year somebody from that conference will come over. Last year I think it was Pacific Lutheran. One year it was Linfield. They all kind of come down and play the regional games here in the ASC.
Yeah, the Northwest Conference does a really good job of going out and playing good games. They have a really competitive conference as well, and they definitely make it a point to go out and play good people, and it serves them well when it comes to regional selection time, because they've played a hard schedule, and people respect them for that. So
on Saturday you open up the atmosphere with the cookout, the people. It's pretty neat to see everybody there on an opening day for ETBU softball. What do you think of that atmosphere and having a cookout and seeing everybody there?
Well, it was a little, obviously a little different dynamic for us this year, because some things have changed with our facilities and the layout's a little bit different and stuff. So I was interested to see how that would turn out. And so, it was great. We're really fortunate to have administration here that wants to support us and wants to do things like cooking out for the game and stuff like that. So it was an awesome experience, and it was neat to see people coming out and hanging out, even though it was really, really cold. But we had a great turnout and some good fans, so we were excited about that.
Did they save you anything, or was it all gone by the time you got over there?
They had packed up by the time we were done, but they did bring us over a little plate, so that was nice.
Oh, that's good of them. You guys did sweep Pacific 11-1, 11-8. What are your thoughts of the first weekend of play, actually seeing your team out there playing, finally the first games of the season?
Well, there's a lot of positive things that happened. Rocky did an excellent job in the first game on the mound, and, we're definitely pleased with her. She did so much for us last year. She carried us through a lot of the season and just was consistent with what she did, and she carried that over into this year. And, defensively we had some nice plays. We had some kids step up and have really good series for us. And some of our new kids, that was exciting for us to see some of them step in and fill in some big roles for us. So it was a good start for us. We know we still have stuff to work on, but that's the goal.
It was fun to see. I got to see a little bit, and then I read the box score to see some of the newcomers. We started a freshman out there, a home run by a newcomer. Have them come in and gel well and play with the team right away like that. It looked like a little freshman jitters there in the first inning, but once you get over that, you've got some ball players out there that you've brought in to play this year with this team.
Yeah, it's it's a little different makeup than we had last year. We have some quicker kids and just a different dynamic. And every team, every year, we returned a lot of starters, and so we have a lot of the same team, but we added some different components to it
Right.
that makes us a different team. And so with that, a different team, you got to figure out a different way to win. And so
Right.
we're still working through like what makes this team tick and what lineup is going to be successful for us. So, that's kind of where we're at. But, I think as time goes on and every week we'll continue to learn more and get better, and hopefully at the right time we'll be playing our best ball.
Was it fun to see your team come together there as specific, pulled close, like you're up 2-0 in game 1, and then you unleash for 9 runs in the 3rd inning, and then in game 2 they pull within 1 and you guys score 3 runs there. I think it's in the bottom of the 5th inning, and you guys end up winning. Bottom of the 6th inning, you guys end up winning 11-8. How fun is it to see already this team continue to fight in the first series to pull away and win those games?
Well, we've already started talking about some of that stuff, just not really focusing on the scoreboard, and focusing inning by inning and just winning every inning, and making sure that, we aren't satisfied with scoring a bunch of runs early and then not doing anything the rest of the game, that we got to continue to play our best ball throughout the entire game. And so they kind of, going into it, had a little bit of that mentality, and I think that's something that's going to continue to get better and better throughout the year.
SID from Pacific, Danny Campbell, used to be at Laterno, says, Coach, you've got a good ball club.
Well, thank you.
So you head to Belhaven this weekend. You played them last year. I'm not sure if you looked at them. I haven't looked at it to see what they've done, but you're heading over there this weekend. Not ASC yet because they're in their second year transition. Just 3 ball games to pick up. What kind of will you see from them this weekend?
Well, Belhaven's always a great program. They did really well last year. They took a game from us. They took 2 games from Tyler last year. They had a solid team, and I know they're going to challenge us and test us, and it's going to be good for us. I'm glad that we're playing them early in the year because they'll really test us and show us where we're at and the things that we need to work on. And
Right.
So I think it's going to be challenging. It's really going to give us a good idea of the things that we need to work on, things that we're good at, bad at, stuff like that. So I'm excited to see what happens.
First road trip of the year, minus going to Costa Rica. It's going to be about the same amount of time flying from Houston to Costa Rica from driving from Marshall to Jackson, probably 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked Rocky that question. I said, well, how's the travel from Houston to Costa Rica? She goes, it was only 3.5 hours. She goes, we ride longer on a bus to go to Sul Ross. I was like,
Yep.
very true.
Point. Yeah, good point.
So good luck, Coach, and
Thank you.
have a safe trip out to Jackson, Mississippi this weekend.
Thank you.